Chapter 23. Ruined and Gone Downhill. When my knees were healed, I was shifted to a meadow to recuperate. I was alone, and as I had been used to company, I felt quite lonely. I missed Ginger, and I neighed whenever I heard the sound of a horse's feet. And one morning, Ginger really trotted into the meadow. We whinnied in the joy of meeting each other. Ginger's story was as pathetic as mine. George, my master's son, rode her in a steeplechase. Lord George was a hard rider and had little care of his horse. He urged poor Ginger to keep in pace with the leading riders. Ginger, who was high-spirited, obliged him. She was among the first 3 horses to finish the race, but the race took the wind out of her. George was too heavy for her, and her back was strained. So we have been ruined right in our youth. A drunkard mess up your life and a fool spoilt mine, sighed Ginger when she had finished telling her story. However, now that we were together, we enjoy each other's company, although we could not gallop like we were used to. We ate together and stood under the lime trees and talked of so many things. One morning, the Earl, my master, came to the meadow along with York. They examined us carefully, and my master seemed very angry over the fact that we had been ruined due to the travel reason. He was angry that a lot of money had been wasted, but more because he had breached the truth of his friend, our earlier master, who had confidently entrusted us in his care. It wasn't long before our destiny was decided. Ginger had to stay at the meadow to rest for a year, and I had to be sold. There wasn't a chance that a horse with knees as ruined as mine could reside in the stable of Earnshaw Hall, where appearance mattered most. My parting with Ginger was agonizing. We knew we would see no more of each other, and we did not know what fate had in store of us. I was to be taken to a city called Bath by train. My master had sold me to the owner of some livery stables. The train journey was a new but frightful experience. On reaching Bath, I was taken to a stable that I was neither as airy nor pleasant as those I had been used to. The stalls were situated on a slope, and as I had been tethered, I was obliged to stand on the slope all the time. This was very tiring and uncomfortable. Humans, I thought, who had well-developed brains, did not seem to understand a simple thing, that horses would be able to work better if they could stand comfortably and move about in their stable. However, I was well fed and taken care of. My master kept many horses and wagon for hire. Sometimes they were driven by his own employees, and at other both horses and carriages were given on hire to people who drove them on their own.